1, 2. Hello, one and all, and welcome to another episode of The Kickout, the final word in professional wrestling. I am your host, the Wizard CZ. We are powered by Lopez Pizza, built by Durham Remodeling, colored by Ryan Allison Tattoo. And of course, the show wouldn't be the same if it were just me yakking at the screen. I have my tag team partner, Mr. Never Wrong, Nick Bull. Never Wrong, how you feeling today, my friend?
CZ, we're in the throes of summer. It is warm and it's hot. I'm not in my usual spot because the sun is beating down, but we're adjusting here. We're in the shade, we're keeping cool, and of course, we're here to talk wrestling as always.
Yeah, hell yeah. Love talking wrestling. And what a fantastic time in wrestling we had.
It is. We've didn't have any big shows this weekend, so to say, but we did have a show that went on, and I think we both enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But I got to ask you, man, what do you want to talk about, CZ?
Man, we gotta talk about that show. We gotta talk about Triplemania, I think, don't you?
I think so.
A lot of good talent on the show. Between Monday Night Raw talent and AAA talent. This was a fun show. I'm pleasantly surprised with certain aspects. We'll get into that. But what was your main takeaway? What is your biggest takeaway from the show?
Hey, oftentimes there's multiple things going on in the wrestling universe when it comes to shows. Multiple things on at the same time. Things going on where you could go watch. For me, it was a slow weekend, and it was being able to tune in after a long hot day at 8 o'clock on a Saturday night, free for YouTube, and be entertained for a few hours. That's the expectations I had going into it. And my takeaways from it were this: is like, if you didn't watch that, go back and watch it. It's a 2-hour show, I think. Was it 2 hours? How long was it, CZ? Because I don't remember.
2.5.
2.5. Okay, it's a 2.5-hour show. 6 matches. It's AAA with WWE producing it. So, I mean, the product was I thought the matches were good. For not knowing some of the people in the background, they did a good job of introducing them with the stories and the past and what's led up to that match and stuff. So I thought it was a really well done job. And my takeaway from it was, you know what, with AAA's knock has always been, it wasn't, storylines, blah, blah, blah. It just wasn't enough continuity. I think with WWE being a part of it, they're going to get the shine of the production. They're also going to get to work with the good talent. And I think AAA is just going to look better as a whole, aesthetically, optically. What about you?
No, I can completely agree. I think it's going to be. I think their product is top notch because they've got the machine behind them now, and the sky's the limit for AAA. As far as the show itself, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think a lot of people were expecting the title to change at the end of the night. That did not happen, but I wasn't upset. I wasn't upset by that. Would I have loved to see Dom have 2 championships? Absolutely. Am I upset that he lost? No, because he didn't take the pin. Or no. Who took the pin? He did take the pin, didn't he? Because of AJ's interference.
Yeah, I think he did. But there you go. You had AJ interfering, which really doesn't make him look any worse in getting pinned that way. He lost the match, for his storyline going forward. He lost because of AJ.
Exactly.
So having AJ Styles show up during that match leads me to believe we're probably going to get Dom and AJ one more time.
I'm not upset by that.
When it's going to be, maybe Survivor Series. I don't know if they can wait that long, dude. That's 3 months away. They're not going to wait that long for Survivor Series.
I wouldn't think so. I bet it happens either in Paris or at the very, very latest in Perth.
Probably one of those two. I don't think they could hold off till SummerSlam. As cool as that would be. But no, I thought it was a great show. Fans probably wondering why El Hijo del Vikingo was getting booed.
Yeah.
Did some reading, and that's the loyalist fans who were fans of Alberto Del Rio, who in AAA was Alberto El Patron. Before WWE, well, right after WWE took over ownership of AAA, El Patron dropped the title to El Hijo del Vikingo. So that's what's going on there. Um,
And not to
that's
get too far into the backstory, but
that's
Alberto doesn't have a good track record with WWE.
No, WWE and Alberto Del Rio do not have the best working relationship. So that was one thing when AAA started that I thought, well, you know what? This is something we got to keep an eye on. Are they going to get rid of him or are they going to work together again? But, this didn't have anything to do with the match other than the booing that you heard. Otherwise, Vikingo's the biggest star that AAA has. And I thought they did a good job of showcasing him in this without, making a WWE guy look foolish.
Right. I agree. And the rest of the card is fantastic as well. The opening match, the what do they call it? A gauntlet, a scramble, it's a type of battle royal, but not in the traditional sense because you can get pinned or submitted as
It's
well
like
as
a royal
top rope.
It's like a Royal Rumble. They cap it at 14 people. Somebody comes out every 90 seconds. Pinfall, submission, over the top rope. Kind of unique, kind of different. Good way to start the show. And the optics you get with, I don't know how tall Omos is, to Microman or something else. Microman's not 3 feet 3 inches. There's no way.
Right.
There's no way. But that's what's cool about wrestling is seeing a 7 foot plus dude with a 1.5 foot, 2 foot guy in the same match. Yep. That picture is something that everybody is going to remember, seeing those two have that stare down during the match.
Very much so. Omos just kind of looking around and then finally turns his head down and there's Microman towering right. With him towering over him. Right. Great visual there. Great visual. Lots of good talent here. I'm excited to see what AAA does. I know that a couple titles changed hands. I liked the nod to Dr. Doom that El Messias did in his match. That was pretty cool. Being a Marvel fan and a comic or superhero movie, cartoon, TV show. I never really got into the comics. I got more into the viewing of them. But yeah, I'm excited to see where AAA goes from here.
Yeah, sounds like another show has been announced. A Worlds Collide show coming up. Got to think it's going to be to get the YouTube treatment again.
I would think so.
And I'll tell you what, the only difference between you would notice from last night's shows to a WWE show is the fact that it wasn't on Peacock. It's on YouTube. I mean, it's the same exact thing. And I like that they're doing that. They're trying to get as many different eyes on it as they can since acquiring it, and WWE's masters of that, building people that were unknowns before or relatively or not as known by as many people. So, yeah, I was excited. I had a good time watching it. I thought that main event was fun.
Yes.
And, the one thing I wish I could change about the whole pay-per-view is I wish Chad Gable was back as El Grande Americano, even though Ludwig Kaiser singing in Spanish and the crowd singing back, getting him over. I mean, this is crazy. Ludwig Kaiser is going to have to go around, 20 years from now at conventions with an El Grande Americano mask on.
He's a German pretending to be an American, pretending to be a Hispanic.
JBL was awesome on color, I thought.
Yes.
JBL and having Conan there is a very big thing. Conan, of course, going into the Hall of Fame during the show, the AAA Hall of Fame. But Conan there explaining things that the normal fan wouldn't know. JBL was, people rail on JBL's broadcasting in the past, and it's and it was bad at times. But last, the other night with this AAA event, I thought it was really good. Corey Graves, very knowledgeable, good all around production. I kind of hope this is the production team going forward, the announce team, excuse me, for AAA.
It'd be very cool. They did a good job together. They meshed well together. And of course, the night wouldn't be the same if we hadn't gotten to see Demonisto.
You never know what you're going to get. An iguana puppet against a Finn or a beat, the demon Finn Balor puppet. It was hilarious. Cracked me up. The crowd seemed to be behind it at the time, and the announcers getting in on it, and JBL going, like, we're supposed to know, like, yeah, that's Demonisto, like, you idiots, like, you don't know that? Yeah, I felt like an idiot because I didn't know that, but I love how that was perceived and talked about as if something that everybody should know about. So I got a good chuckle out of that. But all in all, I was entertained. I enjoyed it, and I would encourage anyone watching this show, our short form show, The Kickout, to go back and watch it on YouTube. If you found us, we're here. We love to talk wrestling. This is our short form show midweeks. Of course, we are the Card Subject to Change podcast, the podcast by the fan for the fan, powered by Lopez Pizza, built by Durham Remodeling, and colored by Ryan Allison Tattoo. That's our long form show on Sundays. CZ, what do we have coming up this week on the Card Subject to Change podcast?
My friend, we've got an overly busy weekend, because not only are we doing Saturday, we've got something going on Sunday, something very huge. The podcasts collide as part of Convergence Heroes for Hudson, a benefit show for the Hadley family. We'll go into detail on the show, but very excited to be with the boys from Two Count, Zach Takis from Shotgun. We're all coming together for a good cause, and that'll be a lot of fun. I'm excited for that. Sunday we have Forbidden Door, but we also have Heat Wave. So
busy weekend next weekend.
I don't know how we're going to handle that, Nick. I don't know if we'll
stay tuned. That's why the card is subject to change. 2 events next Sunday going on, probably at the same time. As we as wrestling fans get accustomed to now. But Forbidden Door, big show for AEW. That'll be in London at the O2 Arena. And, of course, NXT's installment of Heat Wave will be next Sunday.
And we have to talk about the announcement we made this past Sunday, Nick. Very excited.
Very excited.
Collaborating with our good friend Joe the Show Winkle to bring you Wrestlebacks, rewatchable must-see matches. That's going to premiere on Tuesday, September 2nd at 7 p.m. We will be going over WrestleMania 39's main event, Cody versus Roman.
Night 2.
What's that?
Night 2.
Night 2, yes. Nick, for those who don't know, like myself, not being a heavy actual sports guy, explain what a wrestleback is and why we came up with that name.
Wrestleback. Well, if you're into amateur wrestling at all, in the wrestlebacks, you got to battle back, and wrestlebacks they're a bitch. They're a hell. You got to come back through the bracket to beat everybody to go on to take on the winner of the other bracket. So kind of a little spin on the amateur wrestling thing, and of course the pro wrestling thing, and wrestleback. We're going back here and rewatching matches that we think you need to see, and we'll have some fun discussions along the way with these matches, and of course talk about their impact and of course their timeliness. And what better one to throw back than to WrestleMania 39 Night 2. Cody, after winning the Rumble, trying to finish his story.
And of course, we're going to go further back than 2 years as as this project gets off the ground. This will be a monthly show with us boys from Card Subject to Change and Joe the Show Winkle over at Burdened by the Bear and the Educated Ignorance podcast. So I'm super excited. Can't wait.
Yeah, we're excited. Joe's been on this show numerous times, loves wrestling, and we all kind of wanted to get together and collab on something. This is what we're going to do. Just a monthly podcast. We're not going anywhere. We're not changing times on you. We're just giving you more content at the same great place we have for Card Subject to Change and the Kickout for Frequency's Sake Network. Wrestlebacks, catch it September 2nd. What time? 6 o'clock? 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. I forgot the time.
And of course, we present this at no cost to you.
At no extra charge whatsoever.
We are for the fan, by the fan, for the fan.
On a budget.
But we love it. We love it, Nick.
We do. This is the short form show. If you love talking pro wrestling, hit us up. He's the Wizard CZ. I am Never Wrong Nick Bull. Long form show, Card Subject to Change on Sundays. Short form, the Kickout on Wednesdays. We'd love to see you. We'd love to hear from you. Hit us up. He's at the Wizard CZ. I'm at Nick Bull 55. He is the Wizard CZ. I am Never Wrong Nick Bull. And this has been the Kickout, the final word in professional wrestling.
This has been a For Frequency's Sake Podcast Network production. For more great content, subscribe to For Frequency's Sake on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.